This video will show you how to download, install, and run the Gfd API. Once you've logged on to the Global Financial Data website, you can go to the Account tab, and if you've been enabled to use the API, you will see a download link. If you click on that link, it'll download a zip file, which I'm going to extract into my download folder. So here we have the Gfd API folder. If we go into it, we see a couple of utilities and then a couple of examples. The two examples are gfd download.bat, which is a DOS command line utility. The other is a script file, and both of these will show you a couple different ways to utilize the API. First, we'll take a look at the gfd download.bat file. And you'll see in the middle of that the URL that performs the API function. So the first thing we need to do is change the login credentials to the same username and password that you've used on the GFD site. The other item is the file name. In this case, we're going to be downloading the S&P 500. In addition, the greater than sign tells us to output all the information that's coming back into a folder called data into this file underbar spxd.csv. That's where the results will go. So I'm going to save this, and then I'll come back to the folder and we will execute it. API requests typically take 5 to 6 seconds. This one has a very long history, so it will take a little bit longer. So now if we go to the data folder, here's the file that was just created, and it's in a comma separated format, so that's compatible with Excel or many other utilities. I'm going to open it up in Excel. And this is the results. We've got the open, high, low, close volume, all the way dating all the way back to 1791. And if I scroll all the way down, we see the latest date from, which is yesterday's date at the time of this recording. So I've got almost 25,000 points. So that is using the DOS utility. Now let's go back and take a look at the scripting utility. This one is written in VB and allows more of an interaction with the user. So I'm going to run this. A quick message. It's going to download all the files that we want into separate CSV files within the data directory. The first thing it asks is, where is the symbol file? So instead of listing one symbol file that we wanted, as we did before, we can now list several inside of a text file. And that text file in this case is symbols.txt, which is also in that directory. I'm going to edit that. So we've already got xbxd in there. We can add some stock symbols, population, as many symbols as you want can go into this file, one symbol per line. I'm going to save that. So now I'll continue. We've told it symbols.txt file is our input file. Now we use the login credentials. And at this point, it's going to tell me what it's going to execute. And now it does the API call. And it will do this for each one of the symbols. The scripting file is just an example of how to use it. It can be altered or changed however the client sees fit. So at this point, all files have been downloaded, and we'll go to the data directory, and you can see all of them there. There's IBM dating back to 1911. So that's just a quick summary of 2 ways to use the API.